Yo people, I'm back with another video. This one, the one thing you need right now to change your life. You wanna know how to change it? You wanna know? I got the thing that you need to change your life, innit? Listen, self-discipline. Listen, I know it's not sexy. I know it sounds boring, but listen, straight facts. Let me tell you why. And let me explain to you what I believe self-discipline is, my definition. My definition of self-discipline is reducing or eliminating that gap between knowing what you need to do and actually just doing it. So for example, I might be like, oh, do you know what? I said I was going to start going gym every day. Haven't been gym today. Instead of like, you know what I mean, thinking about going on my phone or procrastinating, I just go to the gym. Like, that's self-discipline. Like, you might be on a diet or know you need to start eating healthier. You know what I mean? There's some food there tempting you. Like, you think, oh, should I have some? Should I just a little bit of sheep? You don't touch it. That's self-discipline. Cool. You might be thinking, listen, I'm young, man. I'm living my life. I don't really care about this personal development thing cues online. I don't need that. Shut up. Let me tell you why you need it, innit? Let me tell you why self-discipline is more beneficial than you actually realize. Okay, cool. The first reason why you need self-discipline, or why you should cultivate self-discipline, is because everyone naturally respects people that are disciplined. You might be thinking, ow. For example, let's say you're walking down the street, yeah, you see a guy, he's got big shoulders, big arms, a big body, like, you can tell this person goes to the gym, like, they've put in the work. Everybody, guy or girl, you look at that person like, right, like, my man's put in the work. You respect it. Like, not just the build, but the mission behind it, because you know you can't just buy that. You can't get overnight. That person turned up consistently and put in the work. So we all respect people like that. Another example is, let's say you see someone in a nice car, you see someone that you realize is rich. Like, you might think, right, they got some nice things, but behind the scenes, you got to think, this person did something, whether it was a business or they invested, like, someone put some work behind the scenes long term to get this. So you got to realize, like, this person was disciplined, whatever their thing was. You don't know, but you could realize, right, like, they put in the work. This person has put in the work. We respect them. Another example that everyone can really relate to, that isn't even that like out there, is just like, perfect example is academics. Like, yo, you might see someone who went to like a really prestigious university and maybe they did a master's, maybe they did a PhD. Like, listen, I respect people like that. I think they're crazy, but I respect them. Me, I did my BSc, but masters, let alone a PhD, that is discipline and dedication, innit? So naturally, like, when you hear things like this, you just respect it. So, you know what I'm saying? That's one reason to cultivate self-discipline in whatever you're working on. So you can have the respect of people around. People can look up to you and be like, right, this guy put in the work. I respect it. Cool. But you might be thinking, oh, Q, man, I don't really care what people think, man. It's not, like, I don't care. Like, it's got nothing to do with me. I don't care what people think. That may be a very valid point. So let me tell you about the second reason why you should cultivate self-discipline. It's self-respect. Self-respect. What do I mean by self-respect? Listen, self-discipline is simply the act of you're controlling and imposing your own will on yourself to do what you need to do or know you should do, or avoid what you shouldn't do. So when you set plans with yourself, it's kind of like a contract. You say you're going to do something and you do it. Or you say you're not going to touch something, you're not going to do it, and you don't do it. That's naturally going to boost your self-confidence. Why? Because it increases your self-respect for yourself. It's like that confidence of knowing, I said I was going to do this and I did it. I said I wasn't going to do this and I didn't do it. It's powerful. You'll start to respect yourself more, have more confidence. You're like, right, that means if I say I can do something, I'm going to do it. Big goals, small goals, wherever it is. And on the flip side, when you say you're going to do something, or you promise yourself you're going to do something and you don't do it, and you realize you haven't done it, then next week you haven't done it. Oh, I said I was going to do it last week, 2 weeks, 1 month, last year. You start looking like, right, a lot of things I said I was going to do, I don't do it. Like, you start to get a little bit upset. You start to get, your self-esteem will start to diminish because you're like, right, I say I'm going to do things and I don't do it. It's just a natural kind of tendency. So to avoid falling into those negative loops of like losing self-confidence, losing self-respect, losing that self-esteem, you want to stick to things you say and do it. And it's a self-perpetuating positive loop. The more you do it, the more you believe, and the more you do it. You get a last reason why I believe you should cultivate self-discipline, and this is really why I do it, is simply to achieve your goals. Simply to achieve your goals. Listen, there's no way you're going to reach any sort of prosperous or long-term goal if you haven't got self-discipline and focus. They're two crucial parts of the formula, no matter what it is, no matter what you're training for. You need self-discipline because you need to turn up every day and put in the work. And you need focus because you need to be able to give yourself 100% without getting distracted. So without self-discipline, without focus, you're not going to be able to get anything done, or get anything done effectively, or get anything done to a top class. But on the flip side, listen, if you take 6 months of self-discipline and focus, you can more or less achieve anything you want. Think about it. Like, you write a plan, 6 months. This is what I'm going to do to get here. This is what I'm going to do. Assuming you've got a sound plan and you're not an idiot. Like, you write a 6-month plan. You stick to everything. You turn up every day and you do everything you put on your checklist every day. 6 months. Your life will change dramatically. 100%. Every day, self-discipline. You're there. Focus. You do everything to the best of your ability. 6 months will change your life. That's 100% facts. Alright, hopefully I've sold you on why you should care and actually cultivate self-discipline. But now you might be thinking, okay man, self-discipline thing, it sounds nice. How do I go about getting some of that? Alright, I say the first thing to cultivate self-discipline isn't actually add or change anything. I say it's to eliminate distractions and cultivate focus. So what do I mean by that? Listen, we live in this generation, the age of information. You can find anything you want on your phone. But at the same time, our social media, our notifications, our access to everything has us seriously distracted, seriously detached, and we're never really given our full focus. I say personally, I'll give a personal thing. Any day where I decide I'm not using social media, I'm not using my phone, is an infinitely more productive day than a day where every now and then when I'm on my phone. Not all day, every now and then. And this is because anytime you go on your phone, yeah, first of all, you break your flow of what you're doing. So you get distracted. Now you're distracted for a little bit. Then you stop being distracted. Then you need to get back into your task. Then you need time to get back into the state where you were before. So it just breaks your focus. And look at your screen time, man. Are you happy with how much time you're actually giving to your phone? Look at what kind of distraction is it. What is that doing for you long term? Not much. But look at what it's taken away from. Look at what you could be focusing on. So think about that. The next way you can cultivate self-discipline is simply showing up every day and taking that first step. So what do I mean by that? So in the book, which is quite a good book to read, it's not about self-discipline, but it's about the power of being disciplined over long periods of time. It's called the compound effect. He tells a story about a woman who wanted to run a marathon. And then the first thing he told her to do was just to walk half a mile. It's only a 10-minute walk. But then she did that. Then the next day he increased it to a quarter, then a 1 mile, then jog a quarter, jog a mile, so on and so forth. And then after about a year, she was running full marathons. So the meaning behind that story is basically start with small steps, turn up every day and increase in increments, and you can get anywhere you want to go. That's the compound effect, really, and what the Atomic Habits kind of says. So what I'm basically saying is just whatever you want to start doing or get good at, just turn up every single day. Just turn up every day and just do a little, and the next day just be a bit better, a bit better, a bit better. I'll give you an example. For a long time, I really wanted to start meditation. I heard all the benefits. I heard it was good. I heard it was good for personal development. So I was like, listen, I'll meditate. I want to meditate. But then got this app. Maybe I used it once in 3 months. Then when I tried it, I was like, okay, this is cool. But I wouldn't use it again for 2 weeks. Then maybe I used it twice in a week. And it was really poor. But then it got to a point where I decided, okay, cool, listen, I'm just going to do this a bit by bit every day, 3 minutes. Then I built up the habit. Went for about 2 months. And I built a very strong and solid habit of meditation. Now, I don't view it as a chore. It's a habit. I look forward to it. I enjoy it. I do it every single day without fail. So it all stems from taking that first step and deciding to show up every day, even if it's a small man. 5 minutes is better than 0 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And the last way you can cultivate self-discipline, it's all about the mindset, man. So I'd say a mindset you want to cultivate is to push yourself to the limit and then always go a bit further. Push yourself to the limit, then always go a bit further. What do I mean by that? So let's say you're in the gym, man, you got 12 reps to do. Say go to 12 reps, and then if you can bang 1 or 2 more, do that. You know what I'm saying? Say you're on the treadmill, it's been 5 minutes and you're tired, maybe run for 10-15 minutes more. Like you're writing, you've got like 2 pages and you're like, oh, this is enough. Maybe write 1 more page. Like push yourself to your limit, then always go that extra step. Because you've got it inside you. You know what I'm saying? You never really hit your limit. You just hit what you think is your limit. So there's always a step you can go further. Honestly, the way I cultivate this mindset and it's good is where I'm doing martial arts. So you got someone there shouting at you, you always go better, harder, which is good because then you start doing it and you know you can. Self-discipline is kind of just cultivating that voice of someone else for yourself, to yourself. So if you can get that voice in your head and establish a mindset where you always push yourself to the limit, then go a bit further, and that spreads into all facets of your life, like you literally transform all the results in your life. You know what I mean? It's a powerful mindset to have because it's not really about your ability when you're stopping. It's about your mind and where you think. Have you ever noticed if you say 10 reps, when you get to 8, 9, you get tired. When you say 12, it's 9, 10. 15, 12, 13. So it's not the actual reps. It's kind of your mind thinking, oh, I'm almost there. Like, it's getting a bit difficult. So you got to get to there and just push a bit further. Cool. So I hope I've sold you on why you should have self-discipline. And I hope I've dropped a few steps on how you could kind of get started on your self-discipline journey. I mentioned a few things haphazardly, but I'll just drop a few actual activities you could start that would be really good to build some self-discipline. Say number 1, definitely go to the gym. If you're not going to the gym, just go to the gym. Another good one is meditation. Like meditating every day is good for discipline as well. This one as well, because I'm Muslim. Obviously, when it's Ramadan, we first fast for 30 days, which is actually quite powerful. But also Mondays and Thursdays, I try to fast as well. And I say it's very beneficial because not eating is just like, just do it. Like it just keeps you disciplined throughout the week. So it's a very good habit. Any form of martial arts or any high intensity training is good for your mind, good for your body. Yeah, and then I say last one, just working on a project. Listen, let me talk about this now. This YouTube thing, bro, it's crazy, man. Like I had a perfectly good take. Like there's just some weird sound at the back of it, so I can't use it, bro. I'm like on take 6. I'm on take 6, but like I could have just said, oh man, this is long, and then not done it. But I've committed to every week getting videos out on this day, so I have to, no matter what. Like there's something I could be doing right now. I could be at the gym. Someone asked me to go see them. Man's here doing the video. Turn up every day. Do you get it? So that's what I'd say. And side note, this is not self-discipline, but a very important thing to keep in mind. If you feel like you're always tired or fatigued or low on energy, you might need to check your diet, check your sleep, and maybe start taking some multivitamins or things like that, because it's not a natural state for you to be tired all the time. So check into your biology and check your habits to make sure you're not like self-sabotaging yourself. So look into that as well. And when you've got more energy, it's easier to be more disciplined and take more action. So check that. You know, if you're enjoying these videos, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the vibes. Maybe a bit of notification bell and all of that. Also, I wrote a blog post on Sunday, so it's also on self-discipline. So if you want to read like a little, it's not exactly the same as what I said here, but if you want to read that, that'll be in the bio. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, you know the vibes. Thank you for watching.